Hi and welcome. My name is Terry Bass and welcome to this video tutorial on keyword research explained in an easy step-by-step process. Okay, so let's get started. And I'm going to begin by explaining that keyword research is just one of many methods that we can use to generate traffic to our website. You can also use forums, do list swaps, autoresponder swaps, and many other techniques. But why do we actually need to generate traffic? You see, when I first started, I just thought that we made a website, then uploaded it, and then just sat back and waited for the money to start rolling in. Well, unfortunately, this is a business that we are investing our time into, and like any other professional business, it takes time and dedication to firstly educate ourselves to learn how to build the foundations for our business. And secondly, we then need to work at it to get it to a level whereby we can then sit back and enjoy the freedom in return for our invested time. The generated traffic part is the bit in the middle that no one ever mentions. We get lovely pictures, houses, cars, don't we? But has anyone ever explained to you about the work involved? No. Of course they don't. So let's get started step by step and explain the missing links. Now there are in fact a few missing links to this chain, and in a moment we are going to start linking them all up one at a time. But just before we do, and so that you are aware, I'm just letting you know that I'm using a Mac. Hopefully all the various controls and functions that we will need for the purpose of these tutorials will be very similar to a PC. I will also be using Firefox and TextEdit, which works on the same lines as Microsoft Word. I would like to address an issue that really concerns me, and that is that you are never left in the dark when it comes to having questions and know where to get the answers from. So first of all, here is my website address. Now you can always pause or rewind the video if you need to come back to it at any time in the future. But why not just save it somewhere handy and convenient? Say like in your web browser. That way, it's always there when that light bulb moment goes on in your head and you need an answer fast. While we're on the subject, mind you, why not also save my email address as well, just in case you want to contact me directly. Now, having these two contacts will give you the reassurance to know that I am a real person after all and not a robot, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, let's get started with keyword research. Now in a moment, I'm just about to show you what I mean by the first link in the chain. But just so you're all moving at the same speed as one another, and to briefly remind ourselves as to why we are writing an article in the first place, is so that we can get people, or traffic as it is known, to our webpage. So for our first exercise, we're going to work out which keywords people choose to enter into a search engine when looking for a particular subject. If we then use those keywords and have our website address as a link near the bottom of the article, then when it is read by someone, they will see the link and hopefully click upon it. Once done, they will be taken to your web page. So let's show you what I mean and open up Firefox. Then go to Google's main page. Okay, so we start by entering the name of our subject, which in this case is keyword research, and then hit return. Now it's very important that this is how we make a start. If we just walk round and round thinking what words or phrase should we start to use, and trying to come up with something in our head, then forget it. If you're used to this and just have a knack of coming up with the correct keywords in your head, then I guess you won't need that exercise after all. But if you're like me, and we just can't get them first words out, then just bear this in mind. I don't know if you're aware of this, but your head is like a massive storage space, and we rely on pictures to trigger our imagination, which then gets our creative skills working for us. This is why it's so important to stop visualising, which the majority of us do, and just get something down onto a Word document. Okay, so if we go back to Google, you will notice at the top right hand side
of the results page, there will also be a horizontal results figure, which at this time of recording is 71,100,000. Now what this actually represents is that the keyword which we just typed in is used in 71,100,000 various entries like websites and articles, which is referred to as competition. Now what we do is put quotation marks at either side of the keyword and then hit return again. Okay, now we can see there's quite a large difference of 11,900,000. What that's actually done is it's actually the quotation marks actually tell Google we want results to be with those words all directly next door to one another. Whereas before, when we did it without the quotation marks, the words could have been scattered around in various areas. If we remove the quotation marks and now look again, what the quotation marks do is ask Google for all results where the two words that make up the keyword are together and not apart. So if we look at these two results, what we actually want is to have the quotes, and that way the competition is narrowed down, giving you a much better chance of laser targeted traffic to your niche. In video 2, we should be discussing how we reduce these results even further by using a technique called long tail and short tail keywords. I'll see you there.